What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode here of Full Metal Geek. And as we've been doing the past couple of weeks, we start this episode with another round of the Full Metal Geek roster gauntlet. We've already gone through 2 matches, and so far we're moving down the line as expected. We had 3 competitors. The one who came in third is left. That is Nico Suave Regoli. But now he faces another newcomer to these leagues. We have Javi Madan. We haven't seen anything from him. This is his first time doing trivia, and it's in the Geek League, so hopefully he knows his geek stuff, and we can see how this is going to go. Will Nico be the first one to win 2 matches, or are we going to keep going down the line of new person comes in, old person goes out? We're going to find out right now as we bring in the competitors. So first, returning to the ring, we do have Nico Suave Regoli.
1 down, 5 to go. Let's keep the momentum going.
All right, and introducing the next competitor in the Full Metal Geek roster gauntlet. He is new to this. Everyone, please welcome Javi Madan. It's okay. He's shy, guys. Don't worry about it. He's going to answer questions.
A little bit, just a little bit.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, gentlemen. We are going to start with round number 1. Round number 1's like this. It's a normal whiteboard round. There are 6 questions throughout the world of geekdom. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it when I call on your name. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. There is no bonus for answering all the questions. Keep in mind, gentlemen, throughout the entire match, there is no challenge in this format, but you are still allowed all 3 of your repeats. So, Nico, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Javi, are you ready?
Yep, let's go.
All right, gentlemen. Your first question is going to come in the category of Star Wars. Name both people that Luke calls out for while hanging beneath Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back. Quick to the boards. That's what we like to see here at Full Metal Geek. And you gentlemen have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We start with Nico.
Leia is definitely one of them. I think the other was Ben Kenobi, but if it's not, it's Yoda.
And Javi, what is your answer?
Leia is also definitely one of them. I put Han.
Nico had it correct. It is Ben Kenobi and Leia. Nico goes up by 1. Whew. All right, gentlemen, your next question is going to be in the category of Worlds of DC. In Aquaman, what does Mira do with the artifact that was holding Atlan's holograph message after she memorizes it? I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. I would recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it. It's a fun ride. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, and this time we start with Javi.
I just said destroys it.
And Nico?
I also wrote destroy it with a question mark because I wasn't sure.
I will take both of that. Specifically, she smashes it, but she is destroying it so no one else can see it. That is correct for both of you. All right, gentlemen. The third question is going to come in the category of the MCU. So this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter thwarts a bank robbery where the thieves are wearing masks of whom? Just looking for a collective name, not the individual.
Sorry, can I get a technical repeat?
Technical? No problem. I will give you that one technical repeat because I noticed. Yeah, I'll give you the technical because I noticed there is a little bit of a lag.
Part, and I just missed the last.
Not sir.
Thanks.
All right. In Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter thwarts a bank robbery where the thieves are wearing masks of whom? We're not looking for individual names. We're looking for a collective answer. And give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We start with Nico.
The Avengers.
And Javi?
The Avengers.
Oh, hold up. There it is. All right, good. All right, gentlemen, we move on to your next question. This is question number 4, and this is the category of mixed bag. Mixed bag. What mixed bag movie features performances by Lena Headey, David Wenham, Dominic West, and Michael Fassbender? A lot of big names in there. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we start with Javi.
$300.
That is correct. And Nico.
I'm wrong.
All right. So it is now a tie game as we get into the 5th question, gentlemen. This one comes in the category of the Wizarding World. What is the first name of Zoe Kravitz's character in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald? Just looking for the first name. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down, and we start with Nico.
I'm very scared that I might have put the wrong answer here. I wrote Lita Lestrange.
And Javi?
Nothing. I just said Bernadette.
Lita is correct. I only needed the first name. Lita is correct. Right is now 4-3. As we get into your final question, gentlemen, this is going to come in the category of Star Trek. Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, which crew member makes the climb through a radiation-filled area on the Enterprise to realign the warp core?
Can I get a technical repeat? Sorry.
Yep, sure. No problem. I got you. In Star Trek Into Darkness, who makes the climb through a radiation field area of the Enterprise to realign the warp core? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Javi.
90% sure. It's not 100% sure.
All right, and Nico, your answer?
I wrote James Kirk.
Kirk is the correct answer. And all right, after round number 1, Nico does take a 2-point lead. It is now 5-3 as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 works like this, gentlemen. I will bring up a wheel for y'all. This wheel has 6 categories on it. You'll each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you land on, you'll have 5 questions, each worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can go down to multiple choice. It takes the value down to 1. You are allowed to respin if you don't like your first one. However, whatever it lands on the second time, you will take. Keep in mind, gentlemen, there is stealing in this round. So, Nico, since you do have the lead right now, I'll bring up the wheel, show you all 6 categories, and you can decide whether you would like to go first or second. So we bring up that wheel for you. And that is the wrong wheel. It's always the wrong wheel, every time. I try to put them in order, and they never work. There we go. All right, Nico, the categories for today are going to be Star Trek, DC, MCU, Middle Earth, Marvel, and Star Wars. So now hearing all those categories, would you like to go first or defer to your opponent?
There's one thing I really don't want, and I want to see if Javi can get it off the board for me. So I'm going to let him spin first.
All right, Javi. So Nico has deferred to you, so we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for you. And I know I misspoke earlier. You guys only get 3 questions in this category, not 5. I think it's a regular match, and it's not. All right, so Javi, for you, it lands on Star Trek. Would you like to keep that category, or would you like to use your respin?
Nico from his match he says he's not a big Star Trek fan, so that might be the one he wants to get off. So let's spin again.
All right, so we are using the second spin. Whatever it lands on this time, you will be answering questions from. And it's going to be Middle Earth. Middle Earth, which I would bet money that's the category Nico wanted off the board, but we'll see whatever he says later.
It was.
I figured it was. All right. Okay, Javi, get 3 questions. Like I said, if you want multiple choice, you just got to get it in before the 5 count. Your first question in Middle Earth. What possession of Merry and Pippin's does Gimli find in the pile that leads the group to believe the hobbits are dead in the 2 towers?
Say it again. I'm so sorry. My internet is not the best today.
It's all right. I got you. What possession?
If it counts as a real read, I'll do it, but
I'll give you this last one. After this, I'm going to have to start charging you the repeats. What possession of Merry and Pippin's?
I totally understand. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. What possession of Merry and Pippin's does Gimli find in the pile of dead Uruk-hai that leads the group to believe the hobbits are dead in the 2 towers?
Pretty sure it's one of their cloaks. So let's go with that.
You said cloak? Nico, a chance for a 2-point steal.
I think it's a leaf pin.
That is also unfortunately incorrect. It is one of their belts, one of their sword sheath belts. So no points lost or gained there. Javi, your second question in Middle Earth. What type of insect does Gandalf use to signal for the eagles at the end of The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey?
Let's say a moth.
That's correct for 2 points, and it ties the game. All right, Javi, and your final question. Before entering Dol Guldur in the Desolation of Smaug, I don't know why I said A, Gandalf sends who to deliver a message to Galadriel?
Couldn't hear it, so I'm just going to use a real repeat.
Okay, that's your first repeat of the match. Before entering Dol Guldur in the Desolation of Smaug, Gandalf sends who to deliver a message to Galadriel?
Give me multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Elrond, B, Radagast, C, Saruman, or D, Bilbo.
Saruman.
Nico, a chance for a 1-point steal. The options once again are A, Elrond, B, Radagast, C, Saruman, or D, Bilbo.
I'm pretty sure it's Radagast the Brown.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. All right, so after that, Nico with that steal does retain his lead. It is now 6-5 as we get into Nico's spin. So we will bring back up the wheel. And Nico, your spin is away should you choose to keep it. And it almost gave you a free respin, but it did land on Marvel, non-MCU Marvel. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I did watch a couple X-Men movies, but yeah, I'm gonna chance it. Let's spin again.
All right, spinning again. Whatever it lands on this time, you will be answering from. Unless it's Middle Earth, then you get a free respin, obviously. And it is Star Wars.
And I just want to clarify something. If I go perfect, without going multiple choice, it's a knockout, right?
All right, Nico, are you ready for your first question from Star Wars?
Yes, please.
All right. Question number 1. What possession of Poe's did Finn take out of the wreckage of their TIE fighter in The Force Awakens?
His jacket.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. How does Boba Fett die in Return of the Jedi?
Swallowed by the Sarlacc pit.
That is correct for another 2 points. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have reached an interesting situation. Nico has one more question left. If he hits it for its 2-point value, he will actually win this match by knockout. There will be no way for Javi to catch up. If he goes to 1 point or Javi steals, actually, even if Javi doesn't steal, if he just misses it or only gets 1 point, we will be moving on. So, Nico, to possibly win the game, what was Obi-Wan's call sign during the opening space battle in Revenge of the Sith?
Ah, crap. Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, gray leader, B, blue leader, C, gold leader, or D, red leader.
I think it's red leader.
That is correct for 1 point. However, like we said, Nico gets his score up to 11. Javi is still within range, so we do move on to the final round. So, round 3 works like this. I will bring you guys another wheel. This wheel only has 4 categories on it. Each category has 2 questions in it, a 2-pointer and a 4-pointer. You will get a spin at the wheel 2 times to get a question of each point value. If you get the question correct, you get those points. You miss them, nothing happens. We will stay with the competitor until they take the lead. Now, Javi, just so we already know, here's the situation you are in. You are down by 6 points, so you must hit both questions in order to force Nico to at least answer one to win the game. So, we're going to bring up that other wheel. Right. And just so you know, gentlemen, just in case you do decide, keep in mind, you do have a respin available to you for 1, but you can only use it once. So if you use it on the 2-pointer, you have to take whatever the 4-pointer lands on. So just so y'all know, before we start spinning, the categories in this round are going to be Marvel, Wizarding World, Worlds of DC, and the MCU. So Javi, we're going to spin for your 2-point question.
Okay.
And it just barely stays in the Worlds of DC. Would you like to keep that for your 2-pointers or use your respin?
Let's go with it.
All right. Okay, Javi, to stay in the game for 2 points. What is the nickname for Isabella Maru in Wonder Woman?
Can you say that one more time?
I'm gonna have to use a second repeat.
Yeah, for real. Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
No problem. All right, that is your second repeat. For your question for 2 points. What was the nickname for Isabel Maru in Wonder Woman?
pretty sure she's Dr. Poison, right? I'm going to go Dr. Poison. Dr. Poison, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and to stay in the game. But like we said, he is still down by the 4 points to tie Nico. So we will bring back up the wheel again. And do keep in mind, Javi, you do have a respin available to you, should you not like your spin. And here we go. And it actually lands on Worlds of DC again. Would you like to keep that for your 4-pointer or use your respin?
I'm not feeling bad with Worlds of DC, so let's do it. I don't want to Wizarding World.
All right.
Or excuse me, Middle Earth. Yeah. Go. Sorry, I'm not the best speaker in the world.
It's all good, man. None of us are here. All right, so Javi for 4 points and to tie Nico to force him to answer his questions. In the mid-credit scene of Justice League, if Clark wins the race with the Flash, what does the Flash have to do for the entire team?
I missed the question, and since this is my last question, can I get a repeat? Sorry.
Sure, no problem. That is your last repeat.
Flash, so I heard, yeah.
Yep. In the mid-credit scene of Justice League, if Clark wins the race against the Flash has to do what for the whole team?
Take them out to brunch.
That is correct for 4 points. It is. Take them out to
Nico,
something
yeah, you
called
only won, so it
brunch.
doesn't matter. But yeah.
All right, so Javi has done everything he can. It now relies on you, Nico. So we bring up the wheel for you for your 2-pointer, and for if we get to your 4-pointer, just know Worlds of DC is the only category you can't answer from in each spin. So this is your spin for your 2-point question. And it lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
I'll take that.
All right. All right, Nico. For 2 points and possibly for the win, the category of the MCU. In Avengers Endgame, who does Tony record a message for through his helmet at the start of the film?
Pepper Potts.
And your winner, Nico Suave Regoli.
Good game, Javi. Good game.
Good match, Javi. All right, Nico, you did it, man. That's 2 down. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, but I'm still looking ahead because, like, I believe you said on a recent stream that 3 wins in this gauntlet equals 1 win on your official record, whether you win this thing or not.
No,
so
only if you win the thing.
Oh, well then, so that means I'm the only one left in a position where if I get 6 wins in this gauntlet, then that means 2 wins on my official record.
That is correct.
And I want those 2 wins on my official record to make up for all the lost time I've spent trying to get into this league. So my question to you is, who is next? Who is number 5 in this gauntlet?
So number 5, let me just bring that up just so I know I'm saying it correctly, because I believe I know who it is. And that would be Isaac Morissette, another newcomer. But someone who I can tell you was just as eager to get into this as you were.
I know I've heard his name around certain comment threads, but I also know there's no game tape on him, unless I really missed something. So I'm going to keep playing my best games and hope for the best. Isaac, I wish you luck when we face off. And again, great game to Javi, but I'm on a mission. I've been trying for a very long time to actually become a part of this roster, and I feel like it's within reach. 2 down, 4 to go. Let's keep it going.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Nico, and we will see you next time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for this episode of the Roster Gauntlet. Let's go ahead and move on to the main event right now. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the main event of this episode of Full Metal Geek. My name is RJ the Red Ranger. You probably just saw me a couple minutes ago, but I'm here now for our regular match of this video, and co-hosting with me is a man that you probably saw the match beforehand. We can't really talk about that yet because we don't know how these come out, but it's Nico Suave Regoli. Nico, how you doing?
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to figure out which of these two competitors knows how many times Ben Affleck has taken his shirt off in a comic book movie.
The answer is every time. That's the actual answer. But this is actually a very interesting match. Like we showed you guys, a lot of these matches are just for competitors to get a better spot in the tournament. This is a very interesting one for these two guys because basically it's not really about whether you win in this match. It is actually about whether you lose. The loser of this match will be the 16th seat in the tournament, which means they will be facing the number one contender when the tournament comes around. So it's literally the one spot you don't want to be in this tournament. So, but we have two gentlemen who just had a run of bad luck in their first matches. Yeah, Brannon Dunlap and Sean Wassenkrug. Like I said, Brannon lost to Amaru, put up a great fight, ended up with the TKO. Sean, as of this, I don't want to spoil it for him yet because we haven't shown it yet, losing to the number one contender, possible champion in Nicholas Tuig. So both went up against great competitors in the first round, now have a chance to get that 1-1 record here. So let's go ahead and talk to them real quick. First, we'll talk to Brannon. Brannon, welcome back to Full Metal Geek. I know it's been a long time, but all that business is done. We a championship matches had. Now we got regular matches. How are you feeling right now being back?
I'm feeling great, guys. I appreciate the opportunity to come back and flex my geek know-how a little bit more. Hopefully a little better than the first time around, but I'm excited to be back. Geek and Intergeekdom is really where I thrive more than general movie trivia, so we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. How are you feeling about your opponent right now in Sean?
I'm feeling good. I've seen Sean play, and I've seen Sean be very, very dangerous in both realms, Intergeekdom and regular singles. So I could say it could go either way, but I'm excited. It's going to be a great match.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck to you. Now let's go ahead and speak to your opponent real quick, and that is Sean Wasserkrug and his manager, Andrew Barr. Sean, as to you as well, welcome back. I know last time you were here, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It ended in a KO. You got a bad spin in round two. Nobody likes getting the data categories. Quotes is one of those categories that, man, when you get it, you may know it, you may not. But, you're back here with the chance to go at it. How you feeling?
Yeah, when your last match, when your opponent goes perfect in round one and then you spin opponent's choice, you're kind of screwed to start off. But yeah, no, I mean, it was definitely a wake-up call because I don't think I've ever been beaten that bad before ever in a trivia match.
Luck.
Yeah,
that was pure luck.
Yeah, but it definitely was like a nice punch in the nuts. But I mean, I'm doing Intergeekdom for fun. I love geek movies. I watch all of them. I just don't. When I do my trivia study and stuff like that, it's more towards regular films, not the Intergeekdom. But when Movie Trivia Showdown has their Intergeekdom matches, I feel really confident in answering a lot of their questions. And I tested really well to get into this league. It's just, for some reason, it didn't show up in the first match. So here's hoping that I don't embarrass myself a second time and just do the best I can. Dunlap's a very solid competitor as well. So it just all depends on how the questions fall.
Look, Sean, a punch in the nuts to you is like getting your morning coffee. You're getting started. You got your rhythm now. Now that you've got this build, you're gonna crush the competition. Brandon's a nice guy. We like Brannon. He's actually a very sweet person. But you know what? Sean is one of the best players in this league. And there's a reason that I'm here supporting him, because this guy knows his stuff. So
That's a good manager right there.
I mean, that basically just answers the rest of the questions we could have, and it just means it's time to get started before I get annoyed with that drink already. So let's go ahead and bring back in Brannon, and we're going to start, gentlemen, of course, y'all, with our usual round one. Round one is your typical whiteboard round. You're going to get 10 questions throughout Geekdom. Each question is worth 1 point. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you'll reveal your answer and vocalize it. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, there is a bonus question at the end. Keep in mind, gentlemen, throughout the entire match, you do have 3 repeats, and you do have 1 challenge available. All right. So knowing that, Brendan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sean, are you ready?
Let's get it on.
All right, gentlemen, your first question is going to come in my favorite category. I'm just kidding. We all know I hate it. It's Star Trek. In Star Trek Nemesis, what was the name of the android that Picard, Data, and Worf found on Colaris 3?
I'm still very distracted by the punch in the nuts things. Like, if you start your day off getting punched in the nuts, you're probably in an abusive relationship and should get the hell out of there.
I've known a guy to punch himself in the nuts to get himself wired up in the morning. 5, 4, 3,
Well then,
2, 1. I don't talk to that guy anymore. All right, gentlemen. Brendan, your answer.
I didn't have anything, guys.
All right, and Sean? Nothing? We were looking for B4. B4.
We were started with a B. I just couldn't remember.
All right. Nico, hit him with the next question.
okay, and gentlemen, just a reminder to please keep your hands on screen once you have finished writing down your answer. Your next question is in the category of Middle Earth, and the question is, name one of the dwarves that stays in Lake Town instead of going to Erebor in the movie Desolation of Smaug.
And keep in mind, gentlemen, we're only looking for one. You try to over-explain, and one of your answers is wrong. Your entire answer is wrong.
Got it.
Try to show
I always have
off
to
and you
remind
will be
people of
shut
that. 'Cause they
down.
forget. Oh, dude, people forget that about me. I have to remind people, like, because they will forget that about me, that I am a jerk when it comes to that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start this time with Sean.
Healy? I have no idea.
And Brandon?
I put Feely.
Feely and Keeler are both acceptable answers. We also would have accepted Oin and Bofer.
I didn't know both the twins were there. I knew one of them was.
Yeah, I thought Feely went. I wrote Keely.
No, Feely stays behind because Keely is injured. He will
That's
not
right.
leave his
That's
brother.
right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then Oin is the doctor of the group. He stays behind. Bofer was drunk and did not wake up in time.
Nice. All right.
All right, gentlemen. Your next question is going to come in the category of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. At the end of the airport battle in Civil War, who repeatedly zaps Black Panther to help Steve and Bucky escape? Just saying that character name, R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman, gone way too soon.
Yeah.
was great in that role. Will always be remembered for everything he did, but especially what he did for Black Panther in the MCU.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Brennan
Black Widow.
and Sean,
Black Widow.
both correct.
Yep. Gentlemen, your fourth question is in the category of DC. And your question is, who plays the villainous Quentin Turnbull in the movie Jonah Hex? Say what you will about this movie, but the way Jonah Hex has been portrayed in DC's Legends of Tomorrow on the CW, I'd say was really good.
I liked him
agree
in
with that.
Justice League, the animated series. I like that little interpreter. We got to see him in Unlimited, I believe. I believe he makes like a 1-episode arc in Unlimited. 5,
I
4,
think you're right.
3, 2, and 1. Pins down, and we go to Sean.
Never seen it, so I guess Walton Goggins.
Not a bad guess, but incorrect. Brandon.
John Malkovich.
John Malkovich is correct. Brandon takes
Although I
the
really
first
do
finger
want
of
to
the
see
match.
Walton Goggins play Jonah
Right?
Hex now.
That'd be so cool.
Or
Now I
a
wanna
character
see-
in
I'm not
that
going to
movie.
lie. I think he's in that movie. He's just not the main villain.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, gentlemen, your next question is now in the worlds of DC. This is the DCEU, but apparently, that's all going to change with the Flash movie, and it's all going to be canon. But for right now, this is the worlds of DC. How does Slipknot die in Suicide Squad? And we'll be lenient on your answer, but there is something we're looking for.
I so want to be a fly on the wall for when you and Robert have those conversations of what happens to the DC category once that Flash movie comes out.
I stick by what he says. When it happens, and then we figure it out.
Which is fair. I'm just saying I want to be in that conversation when it happens.
Oh, like when it happens? I have no idea. All right. Before Nico goes all Aaron Burr on us. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm glad everybody laughed. At least everybody got where I went with that joke. All right. Let's go to Brennan.
I put Flag detonates the bomb in his head.
That is an acceptable answer. And Sean.
I wrote he tries to escape and his neck bomb thing goes off.
We'll also take that as well. Both correct.
I did not specifically want it. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. Y'all, we both got y'all. Y'all are good. Both answers are acceptable.
All right, gentlemen, as we head into the halfway point of round 1, Brannon is leading 4-3 as we get into your 6th question in the category of mixed bag. What will it be? Let's find out. What comic book character uses a gun called a lawgiver to enforce the laws of a dystopian future?
Sometimes it's more fun watching managers in the back room freak out at questions than actually watching the competitors think about what they're trying to write.
Fun fact about one of the managers in this match, Barr was not wearing that shirt before we went live. And
by one of the managers, you mean the manager? 5,
Yes.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, and we start with Sean.
Judge Dredd.
And Brennan?
I couldn't pull it.
Sean ties it up with that one. It is Judge Dredd.
Well done, sir.
All right, gentlemen. Tied game is we get into your 7th category, and this is in Heroes and Villains. Heroes and Villains. Which of the Ninja Turtle films features the villainous Krang trying to invade Earth?
You need us to write out all of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Can I just write TMNT?
If it is any of the sequels, we will accept just the subtitle, if that is the correct answer.
So the Turtles just did a comic series with our beloved Power Rangers, and it was pretty badass from what I've heard.
I'm waiting for the paperback so I could just have the whole collection together. I don't buy individual comics. They're too delicate. 5, 4, 3, 2. Reminds me, I need to buy the next one after Shattered Grid. 1. All right, let's go ahead and start with Brennan.
Okay, I didn't put Ninja Turtle, but TMNT, but Out of the Shadows.
Out of the Shadows is correct. And Sean.
TMNT, Out of the Shadows.
Both correct. Still tied. 5-5.
Nicely done. Your 8th question is in my personal favorite category, and this is not a joke when I say that, Star Wars. And your question is, what is the name of the mineral planet that serves as the setting of the final battle in the very controversial The Last Jedi? And they both look like I just spoke a foreign language to them.
Oh, no.
I can't tell if Andrew's reaction in the background is that he is also upset or he's upset that nobody knows this right away.
No, he hates Last
Jeez.
Actually, no, I think he loves Last Jedi.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neither competitor willing to waste their repeat the question. Sean, do you have an answer?
I'm gonna be so mad when you say it because it's right there. But no,
Brandon, do you have an answer?
I feel like it's a syllable. I can't think of it.
It is just one syllable, gentlemen. We're looking for Crate.
Damn.
The awesome planet name of Crate. Same as what we would call a box
God.
here on Earth.
I literally scene trying to see if maybe it would come to me and it didn't. Oh, so mad.
All right.
I was thinking crate, and I'm like, it's not right. I should
Okay.
have went with it.
All right, gentlemen. Your next question, your penultimate question, just for Robert there, comes in the category of
there's
Marvel.
10, my bad.
Yep. This is in the category of non-MCU Marvel.
Okay.
How does Bill Skarsgård's character Zeitgeist die in Deadpool 2?
when you were introducing me as the co-host, I was also thinking about how many times has Ryan Reynolds referenced the Golden Girls in the movies he's been in as something to say. But I
Right.
went the other way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down, and we start with Brannon.
I completely forgot he was in that movie. He went through a wood chipper.
And Sean,
I thought it was the wrong character, but I also said wood chipper.
you would both be correct. Tied game.
For some reason, I thought that was another character, and I was like, I'm so wrong.
Yep. Zeitgeist got the Fargo treatment as we head into your final question of round 1
Fargo treatment.
in the category of the wizards that aren't in space, Wizarding World. And your question is, what is used to destroy Hufflepuff's cup in Deathly Hallows Part 2?
I'll never understand how one destroys a cup the way they destroyed this cup.
Yeah, I know.
Usually you just throw it at a wall and it'll be fine.
Like, this thing was a goblet made of metal. Like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and we start with Sean.
One or the other. They threw it into a fire in the.
And Brannon.
It was a basilisk thing.
That was the other one.
Basilisk Fang is correct. So as we get to the end of round number 1, Brannon does narrowly take that 1-point lead right at the end. It is 7-6. As we get into round number 2. Round number 2 works like this, gentlemen. We will present you with a wheel. This wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villain's pick. You'll each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category it lands on, you'll get 5 questions from, each worth 2 points. You're not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice. However, it takes the value down to 1. Keep in mind, gentlemen, you are allowed a respin at this wheel unless you land on villain's pick, and there is stealing in this round. So make sure we see your hands at all times. And if your competitor does get it wrong, we will give you the chance to steal it. So, Brannon, since you are in the lead, you will get to choose whether you spin first or second. I'm going to bring up the wheel for you. All right, Brannon, so since you do have that 1-point lead, we are going to bring up the wheel, show you all the categories. You will be able to decide whether you'd like to spin first or defer to your opponent.
Okay.
So the categories for you, gentlemen, today are Mixed Bag, DC, Wizarding World, MCU, Quotes, Marvel, Worlds of DC, and Middle Earth. So, Brendan, now hearing all the categories, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
Let's defer. I'm feeling
all right.
Feeling anxious. See what
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Mr. Barr.
With the cup.
That soda is so obnoxious.
And Sean, are you ready for your spin?
Yep, let's go for it.
All right. Your spin is away. And it lands on Mixed Bag. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
Sean, I'm thinking that's just way too like.
I mean, it's basically round 1.
Yeah, exactly. But how comfortable do you feel? You had a good round 1, but there are other things outside of these, like the normal categories.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain categories in there that if I get them, I'm putting myself in a bad spot. With Mixed Bag, I could probably be fine with. There's a couple of choices there that I'm just like, if I get that, I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm actually thinking of taking it.
All right, go for it.
So we're going to keep it?
Yeah, we're going to keep it.
All right. They have decided to keep it. So we're going to take Andrew back out. Gentlemen, make sure your hands are visible. And Nico, whenever you're ready, go ahead and start with the questions.
Okay. Mr. Wasserkrug, my fellow wrestling enthusiast, your first question in the category of Mixed Bag is, at the start of 2019's Hellboy, Hellboy's friend Ruiz has been turned into what creature?
How specific are you guys wanting me to be with this? Like, are we just talking about an animal or what the actual creature's called?
What the creature is called. That's all I
then
can
multiple
really say.
Multiple choice then.
Okay. Your options are A, werewolf, B, cyclops, C, vampire, or D, minotaur.
A werewolf.
Brannon, you have a chance to steal for 1 point. Your options once again are A, werewolf, B, cyclops, C, vampire, or D, minotaur.
I'm gonna say Minotaur.
Gentlemen, think the villain is the Blood Queen, so it makes sense to be
Oh,
C,
come on.
vampire.
Okay.
No, as soon as I said it, I remembered the bat.
Okay.
Okay, no one got that point as we head into question 2. Sean, your question is, what is the name of the ultimate crime boss who ran multiple different gangs in The Crow?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Grange, B, Top Dollar, C, Fun Boy, or D, Tintin?
C.
Brannon, you have a chance to steal for 1 point. Once again, the options are A, Grange, B, Top Dollar, C, Fun Boy, or D, Tintin.
I'm gonna go with A, Grange.
It is B, Top Dollar.
Okay.
And I was resisting the urge to laugh when I saw Fun Boy in there. Um,
I've never seen The Crow, so.
It's been like a million years for me.
Your third question in the category of mixed bag, Mr. Wasserkrug. Who plays Mumbles, a fast-talking mob henchman in the movie Dick Tracy?
Gotta go multiple.
Okay, your options are A, Paul Sorvino, B, Mandy Patinkin, C, Dustin Hoffman, or D, James Caan.
A.
Brannon, you have a chance to steal for 1 point. Once again, your options are A, Paul Sorvino, B, Mandy Patinkin,
Patinkin.
C. Thank you. I had a feeling I was pronouncing that wrong. C, Dustin Hoffman, or D, James Caan.
I'm probably gonna be shooting myself in the foot with this, but Dustin Hoffman.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was the main villain.
I was going between him and James Caan.
I thought he was the main villain.
All right. Sean, your penultimate question, because I'm not going to do it with the T. In the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which member of the team is captured in Paris and played by Jason Fleming?
Dr. Jekyll.
That is correct for 2 points.
Well done, sir.
Tying the score back up as we get into your final question, Mr. Wasserkrug, in the category of mixed bag. And the question is, what 2003 film features a scroll with the key to unlimited power, a pickpocket named Carr, and a gang leader named Mr. Funktastic?
I'm going to go ahead and take a repeat on that.
Okay, that is Sean's first repeat. Your question once again is, what 2003 film features a scroll with the key to unlimited power, a pickpocket named Carr, and a gang leader named Mr. Funktastic?
I have to go multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Bulletproof Monk, B, Bounty Killer, C, Whiteout, or D, Monkey Bone.
Bulletproof Monk.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right. So at the end of Sean's turn, let only one steal go there, but was able to still pull it back. He has the lead. It is 9-8 as we get into Brennan's spin. So, Brannon, we're going to bring back up the wheel for you.
Okay.
And the spin is away. And it just barely stays in Villain's pick. Oh, tough one. Right. Just barely does not.
Dang.
So we bring back in Mr. Barr. Sean, do you need a reminder of the categories?
I think I know. I mean, yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, no problem. Just a quick reminder. So your categories are DC, Wizarding World, MCU, quotes, Marvel, Worlds of DC, and Middle Earth.
Sean, I think your best option right now is to slap him with quotes.
I mean, it's literally my Sophie's choice of what happened to me in my match. So
Exactly. And honestly, you do have a lead, even though it is very small. And that is such a broad category that the options for steals will probably be more often compared to the other categories.
yeah, I would love to use my strength, but I need to try to keep him in low points. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with quote.
Cool.
All right. Quotes it is. We'll see Mr. Barr later. All right. All right, gentlemen, make sure your hands are just visible. And Brennan, are you ready for your questions in quotes?
Yes.
Okay. First question. What question does Bones ask Spock before cauterizing his wound in Star Trek Beyond?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, how do you feel? B, how old are you? C, what's your favorite color? D, do you like salmon?
I'm leaning towards do you like salmon?
Sean, a chance for a 1-point steal.
Okay.
The options once again are A, how do you feel? B, how old are you? C, what's your favorite color? Or D, do you like salmon?
Pretty positive. What's your favorite color?
That is correct for the 1-point steal.
Shout out to Buddy the Elf.
All right, your next question. What does Harry say to the snitch in the Forbidden Forest to get it to open in the Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Oh gosh.
Five.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, I am at the close. B, let me see then. C, I'm ready to die. Or D, show me what I meant to see.
I'm ready to die.
That is correct for 1 point.
I knew it was something like that. I just knew the quote. Anyways.
Your next question. In what DC movie will you hear the following quote? While the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power.
V for Vendetta.
That is correct for a big 2 points to retake the lead.
Nice.
He remembered the 5th of November.
All right, your next question. What MCU character said, "This isn't freedom, this is fear"? Five.
Falcon.
Sean, a chance for a big 2-point steal.
I didn't hear what he said.
He said
What'd he
Falcon.
say?
He said
Oh,
Falcon.
Captain America.
Captain America is correct for a big 2-point steal. Sean retakes the lead.
I thought that was too easy.
And your final question in quotes. Which X-Men series mutant says he's always thought of God as a teacher, as a bringer of light, wisdom, and understanding?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Magneto, B, Professor X, C, Beast, or D, Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
Sean, a chance at a 1-point steal. Your options once again are A, Magneto, B, Professor X, C, Beast, or D, Jean Grey.
Am I allowed to hear the quote again or no?
You would have to use one of your repeats.
Magneto.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. So after round number 2, we have a 2-point game now in the favor of Sean. As we get into round number 3, it is 13 to 11. All right, gentlemen, this time we're going to bring up another wheel. This one only has 6 categories on it. Each category has a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-point question. You will spin the wheel for each one of those point values. If you answer the question correctly, you will get those points. We will stay with the competitor who is behind until they take the lead. So tying does not send it to the other competitor. Only taking the lead does.
Okay.
All right. So, Brannon, since you are down by 2 points, you will be taking your questions first.
Okay.
I will present the wheel to both competitors, and we will get started. So, gentlemen, just both know your third round categories for today are going to be Mixed Bag, Middle Earth, Marvel, Quotes, The Wizarding World, and the MCU. And do keep in mind, gentlemen, you are allowed 1 respin throughout this round. If you don't like a question, you can respin, but then you cannot respin on your other 2 questions. So, are you ready for your 2-point spin?
Yes, sir.
All right, that spin is away. And it lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
I will take it.
All right, Nico, you go ahead and get his questions for this round.
Sure. All right, Brannon, your 2-point question in the category of MCU. He did spin MCU, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Just wanted to be sure. Your 2-point question. In Avengers Infinity War, when Quill is about to shoot Gamora, Thanos uses the Reality Stone to turn the gun into what?
A bubble gun.
Bubbles is correct.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was still a gun. Wasn't it like he shot bubbles?
That's not a correct answer. We can't take it. The entire gun turns to bubbles. It is not a bubble gun. Sorry, I cannot accept that answer. All right, so Brennan did miss that question. He receives no points, but he does still have a 3-pointer up, so we will bring back up the wheel. All right, and Brennan, are you ready for your 3-pointer spin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Spin is away. And it does land on Mixed Bag. Would you like to keep that for 3 points or use your respin?
I will keep it.
All right. Nico, whenever you are ready.
All right, Brannon, your 3-point question in the category of Mixed Bag. In Scott Pilgrim versus the World, what is the first name of Scott's sister, played by Anna Kendrick?
Oh, my future wife. Her first name is Stacy.
I don't know about the future wife part, but Stacy is correct for 3 points.
Oh, she will be mine.
Right.
Quote Wayne Campbell. She will be mine.
And with that, Brannon does take the lead. It is now 14-13. So we will move over to Sean. So Sean, we will bring in your manager and bring back up the wheel.
Kendrick. Come at me.
All right.
Bring it, Bar.
Oh,
Okay.
dear God, help us.
Sean, are you ready for your 2-pointer spin?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, every category is available except for MCU. It lands on the Wizarding World. Would you like to keep that for your 2-pointer or use your respin?
Sean,
Okay,
I was about to say.
I'll keep it.
All right. So we will be keeping that.
Use your time. Use your time.
Yeah.
All right. Sean, to retake the lead for 2 points in the Wizarding World. What did the Niffler steal from Grindelwald during the rally in the Crimes of Grindelwald?
Had to give me a Crimes of Grindelwald question.
5, 4, 3,
A key.
2. That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for the blood pact that Grindelwald and Dumbledore made. All right, so Sean does miss that. Still has his other questions to go, so we will bring back his manager once again, if he'll let me. It's first, okay. When you try to do 20 different things at one time with one hand, this is what happens. All right, so we have the wheel back up. We have Andrew in. All right. Okay. All right, Sean, are you ready for your 3-pointer spin?
Yep, let's go.
All right, it can be any category but mixed bag.
Good.
And that's where it landed on anyways because it hates me, so we're going to
Spin
get
that
a spin
again.
right there. And it lands on your old friend Quotes. Would you like to keep that for 3 points or use your respin?
How are you feeling?
I think we need to keep your respin just in case I get a 5. Or I have to go.
Well,
for 5.
here's the thing. You're good in MCU. You're good in Marvel. Wizarding World, I know you've been working on. So, honestly, the only 2 things you can get that would not be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we took a quick break. Just a clarification. So the wheel has a category mislabeled. We feel that it is unfair to start a new wheel since we're already a couple questions in. It is unfair to the competitors who has already gone to get a freshly primed wheel. So the category of quotes is not there. It will stand in place of the category that it was supposed to be, which is going to be Star Trek. So now, Sean and Andrew, that is the category that your 3-pointer has landed on is now Star Trek. So now you can discuss, would you like to keep Star Trek for 3 points or use your respin?
How comfortable in this are you? Because I know you studied your ass off when you were playing David for this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how much I retained. Me missing that B4 question hurt, but then I did get the quote question right.
You did. Plus, as soon as they said B4, it clicked in your head.
It did, because I knew it started with a B. I just couldn't remember it was B4.
Honestly, so you can't get mixed bag. It's the one thing you can't get on a respin. You're pretty good in Marvel and you're pretty good in MCU. How do you feel about Middle Earth?
I mean, right now at a 3 or a 5, Middle Earth can kill me.
Okay.
Which
So
is
that
kind of
means-
why I want to hold my respin in case I miss this and I have to do my 5.
Yeah.
I have that in the bag to keep me from Middle Earth. So
I think we can take Trek.
let's take Trek.
All right. So we're going to keep Trek. All right. So, Sean, you have chosen to stick with Star Trek. So here it is for 3 points. Your question in Star Trek. Who has a cameo as Starfleet Admiral Richard Barnett, who questions Kirk about cheating on the Kobayashi Maru in Star Trek 09? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry is correct for 3 points.
Hallelujah.
Wow.
All right. So with that 3-pointer, Sean does retake the lead. Is now 16-14. Here's where we stand. Brannon will now answer his 5-point question. If he hits it, it will send it back to Sean, force him to answer his 5-pointer. If he misses, Sean will win the match. So we bring back up the wheel one more time for you, Brannon.
Yes, sir.
Remember that every category is available on this spin. And if you land on quotes, it is Star Trek. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so your spin is away. It lands on the MCU. Would you like to keep that for your 5-pointer or spin again?
Let's risk it. Let's spin again.
All right. Whatever it lands on this, you will be taking from.
Yes, sir.
It lands on quotes, which means it will be Star Trek.
Okay.
Star Trek.
And since this is Brandon's question, I will be asking it. Gentlemen, before I do, I just want to remind both of you that Brannon, you have 3 repeats and your challenge left. Sean, you have 2 repeats and your challenge left, as well as a respin for when you take your turn. If you take your turn, just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, Brannon, your 5-point question in the category of Star Trek. While in the past, in the movie The Voyage Home, Scotty gives a factory owner the formula for what material?
Five, 4.
Repeat, please.
Okay, as your first repeat. Your question once again, in Star Trek. While in the past, in The Voyage Home, Scotty gives a factory owner, the formula for what material?
Five, 4,
Repeat, please.
3.
Okay, your second repeat. Got one left. While in the past, in the movie The Voyage Home, Scotty gives a factory owner the formula for what material?
I don't know. Aluminum.
And your winner, Sean Wasserkrug. So close. It was transparent aluminum.
Oh
Transparent
my God.
aluminum. That was the answer we were looking for. So damn close. What a match right there. Back and forth the entire way there. Let's go ahead. We're going to speak first to our unfortunate loser. That is Brannon. Brannon, so close right there on that 5-pointer, man. Just missing a word, man. How do you feel about your performance, though, man?
Sucks. Well, I'm not disappointed with my performance at all. I feel like I did very good. I've never seen Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home, so for me to get that close, I consider that a win, even though it didn't get me points. But whatever. Kicking myself over the MCU question, I completely forgot that I completely dissipated into Bubbles itself after he shot the bubbles. So, other than that, I liked how I did round 1. Both me and Sean seemed to have round 2s that didn't go our way. It was very balanced in that. I thought that was very interesting. But all in all, it was a great game, man. It sucks to come so close and then to just not nail it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, all this means for you now is when we get to the tournament at the end of the year, this just means that you will be in the 16th seat facing the number 1 contender at that time. How are you feeling about that? Got to know what that makes you feel like.
You know, that makes me very, very anxious, and it makes me think that I'm going to have to watch some Star Trek because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, you did a hell of a job today, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. It's always fun, guys. Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time. So let's go ahead and speak with our winner today, Sean and Andrew. Sean, you did what you said you were going to do. You came back. You did much better in round 1 than you did the first time. You got a category that most people would be definitely afraid of in round 2, navigated the way, got the steals you needed to get, handled round 3 like a champ. Here you are now with a win. How are you feeling?
I honestly came into this match not thinking I had a chance of hell of winning today because I've been so busy this past week. I did zero prep for this match. So I didn't get to study. I didn't get to do anything. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just go in and have fun and just not get knocked out. And I was hoping that once I made it to round 3, I was like, I can breathe. Because I had no faith in myself going into this match. But my manager did. So
and you know what, Sean? This just shows how good you are. The fact that you didn't get the time to prep that you wanted and you still came in and you put up the points that you did. RJ said it to himself. Mixed bag is a category that would scare most competitors. You looked at it straight in the eyes and went, you know what? I can do this. And you know what? You navigated your way through. You got the victory and you showed people the potential and the talent that you have in this league. Don't you doubt yourself again.
I mean, let's be honest. I sucked at mixed bag. It was not good at all. But it was just
people have done worse in that category.
I was just lucky that Dunlap wasn't able to get steals for there. Dunlap ran into the same issue I ran into in my first match. He got villain choice. He had to deal with quotes. Luckily enough, these quotes to me were easier than the quotes I had in my previous match. So when RJ was going through, I was like, I know this. And then even with Dunlap's first question MCU in round 3, my first thing went to bubble gun as well. So I understand exactly where he went there. The Tyler Perry question, I knew he was there. I just couldn't remember if he was in the crowd or if he was on the board. And I was just like, screw it, just answer it. So I can't believe I pulled that out. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm not necessarily happy with my performance, but this was me going in with just base knowledge, no studying whatsoever. Now that we got a tournament coming up, it's time to kick it up a notch. It's time to actually prep properly and study. And everyone knows when I actually get into a study mode and start prepping for something, I can be pretty dangerous. So
nobody more dangerous, I should say.
There's no more fun and games and just effing around for me. Now it's time to focus, lock in. Nico knows exactly how I am when I come to studying. Bar, you know how I am when it comes to studying. So now it's time to get game mode, Sean, and not let's just have fun and hope not to lose. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Everyone
Absolutely,
should be
man.
scared.
That's what we like to hear. Well, we look forward to seeing you in the tournament. And congratulations again, sir, on your victory today.
Dunlap, great game, bro. It was a fun one. Nothing but respect for you in this match. It was a fun one, and it definitely. I love that it went down to the last question.
You kept it super close, dude.
Yeah,
people
battle
should...
back and forth. That was a great match, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that does it. Nico, any final thoughts on that match, man?
Yeah. Mixed bag and quotes really suck because they kind of played a big factor in how things went heading into round 3. And then in round 3, it just came down to the littlest of details. You know, Brannon, he was close on 2 different occasions, but just didn't have the right answer. Bubble gun as opposed to bubbles, and then aluminum as opposed to transparent aluminum. Like you warned people about being specific or not specific enough, and it really came to bite Brannon in the ass there at the end, but he still played a hell of a game. I fear for him if he's playing the number 1 contender in that first round of the tournament. But then again, I would say that about literally anyone in that position, because knowing how the title picture has been lately, it's been full of killers. So everyone better study up and be ready, because who knows what's going to happen in this tournament. And Sean, he played a fantastic game too, all things considered.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for us here, this episode of Full Metal Geek. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the positive things you're supposed to do at the end of the movie. For everybody here, for Brannon, for Andrew, for Sean, for my co-host Nico, I'm your host, the Red Ranger. We will see you guys next time here at Full Metal Geek.